Hi, I'm Christina Trauthwein, VP of Content and Partnerships at Hotel Business. And I am here today with Shozib Khan, and he's the VP of Hotel Performance and Analytics at Spire Hospitality. Welcome.
Hi, Christina. Thanks for having me.
Sure. So you lead the analytics functions at Spire, and I want to know, what does that entail?
You know, the easy answer on that is if it touches numbers, it goes through my desk or my team at some point. The broad answer to that is we lead all our business intelligence tools. We oversee the budgeting and forecasting processes within the organization. We also have visibility into what's happening right around the corner on the deal side, where we're actively working on performance for potential development opportunities.
Okay, so you're obviously a numbers guy. I'm more of a words person, but when people think about analytics, they usually do associate it obviously with numbers and data. But there's also another side to data strategy. So tell me about that a little bit.
There definitely is. I went through the ranks working in this industry, started my career out at the line level basis, and worked my way through learning how to be a good operator, learning how to lead departments. And we're in the people business, and we've discovered that there's also a people side of the data strategy. We talk numbers, but sometimes numbers sound foreign. One of the items that I focus on a daily basis with my team is finding a way to make those numbers come to life for the team members that are actually leading our operations. Talking in a language that makes sense to our executive housekeepers or our food and beverage directors, or even to a point where our front desk team members know exactly why we staff the way we staff, because there's people behind the numbers that we're trying to achieve.
Okay, so those are some examples for the approaches you take at Spire with that. But what are some of the challenges that properties are facing when using analytics to assess hotel performance, and how can we overcome those challenges?
You know, data is everywhere. Everywhere we go, there's numbers, something's being measured, someone's sharing a stat. It is all over the place. Our approach is to find a way to give time back, and we find ways to give time back by ensuring our team members have access to the most relevant data points that are going to be utilized to actually create change in the way they're operating or approaching our business. We try to utilize tools that maximize efficiency so that we're not spending time doing work that can be done through automated processes.
I know Spire has a mix of properties. I think you have 30, and it's a diverse portfolio. So how do you use analytics to increase efficiency, empower leaders, maximize the usage of tools at the different properties?
You know, that's a great question. Our portfolio is very diverse. We have resorts and leading all the way over to full service conference style hotels. One of the things that we discovered in the post-COVID environment, which it's always been a focus, but getting the forecast right the first time around is so important, because business decisions are being made on a daily basis based on what we're projecting out on revenues. And one of the things that we believe that hoteliers are really good at is competition. So one way to engage our entire portfolio is on a weekly basis. We roll out reports on how each team performed on their forecast for the upcoming week based on where they finished for that week that just completed. And this way, our GMs get engaged, they get competitive with each other, they start talking about some of the best practices. We see some trends on GMs that are achieving their forecast accuracy within a weekly basis, continuously week after week after week, and it turns into something that becomes human.
And it's very motivational too.
It absolutely is.
Do you incentivize that at all?
We do. You know, part of our scorecard, our balanced scorecard, which is a performance metric that we utilize to incentivize our GMs and director of sales, forecasting was a component that we added in the post-COVID environment. You know, one of the things that we talk about all the time is labor management. Frankly, it's really hard to staff our teams. One of the things that we discovered is if we don't know what we're going to project on revenues, how can we even start talking about what we need to staff the week that's coming in? And so part of our bonus scorecard program is to ensure there's a forecast accuracy component that's built in.
Okay, sounds good. So what's next for you and Spire, and how does the rest of this year look and possibly into 2023?
You know, we're at the lodging conference, and there's numbers and forecasts that we're sharing all over the place, and we're having really, really good dialogue on that. But what we've discovered is what's happening in the hospitality industry, it's different market to market, but it's not just market to market anymore. Now there is stress street corner to street corner. You can
Yes.
have two hotels within the same exact market, but just based on their geographic location, on where they are, on which side of the highway they're at, they're going to have a different approach on their ramp. So our goal is to find the hotels that have opportunities that are already at the 2019 level and ensure that we continue to leverage that and maximize that as we get into 2022 year end and 2023. At the same time, we're diving deep into the hotels that we know aren't going to get there until group travel really takes off.
Right.
And not just group travel, when the business transient group travel really starts taking off.
When do we see that happening?
You know, I wish I had a crystal ball, but the answer to that is it's going to be different market by
Right.
market. What we've seen is the groups that are coming back, they're more so social Smurf related groups.
Yes.
We're seeing sports travel, which is leisure travel in group format, coming right back in. We see group travel coming back in the later part of 2023. And so we need to find ways to bring occupancy back in Q1 and Q2, knowing that that group business travel is just not going to be there.
Yeah. Challenges still are out there, right?
Challenges are, and that's where we leverage our tools. We are big believers in making sure the tools that we provide to our hotel teams are tools that data scientists don't need, that a general manager or a director of sales can utilize.
Yeah.
And so from that perspective, we partnered with Actable.
Yes.
We utilized two of their tools, Profit Sort and Hotel Effectiveness. And our win on that is how well our general managers support development of the department leaders that are within their general managers to utilize these tools.
Well, you want to make it user-friendly, and you want to make them feel comfortable with something that many people are not comfortable with.
That's exactly it. When I was working my way through the ranks, and when I started in the hospitality industry, the P&L statement was a mystery.
Yes.
It was a mystery
And
that
it
was kept
can
in the
intimidate and scare people a little bit.
100%. It was kept in the GM's office. It was a pile of papers that were 30 pages deep, and it would come out once a month.
Yeah.
And now we're at a point where all this data is accessible instantly by our team members. The only thing that they need is a desire to seek that information, and we ensure that the data that's provided to them is digestible, so they do have that inspiration to look out and find trends and make changes that will have impact.
Well, all the data means nothing if there's no analysis behind it. So, yeah, without a doubt. It's been so good having you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, Christina.